Hello, everyone. This is the Daily Fantasy 5 for today, Tuesday, April 9th. We are going to be talking about a lot of baseball pitchers that went down last night, and then we have a whole slew of players for you to start in the second to last night in Daily Fantasy Sports of the regular season on the basketball schedule. So let's get started with a word from our sponsor, mathradio.com. There they help kids ages 7 through 17 do better in school by giving them online math courses to improve their grades, help them do better on tests, and even get into college. Go to mathradio.com to receive an online math course for as little as $9.99. Once again, that is www.mathradio.com. All right, so let's start off with the injuries in the Pirates Cubs game last night. So, starting pitchers, got injured right away. John Lester left in the third inning with hamstring tightness. Not good for the Cubs ace. We don't know how severe the injury is yet. Lester said he expects to make his next start, but keep your eye on this one. Another injury was Jamison Talon of the Pittsburgh Pirates took a liner off his head in the second inning. He finished the inning, but then he was pulled from the game. Tests were negative, so it appears like he might be back as well, but both pitchers had to leave the game, so I figured we better talk about it today. All right, what else do we have going on? In Los Angeles, Hyunjin Ryu, I don't know why every pitcher is hard to say today. He left also in the second inning last night. This is bad news because last year he left with a very, very similar injury and missed about 2 months of the season. So he has a groin strain. He's expected to go to the injured list. Ryu is great when he's healthy. Last year in 2018, he was 7-3 with a 1.97 ERA and 89 strikeouts. However, like I said, he missed 2 or 3 months with this same injury. So could this happen again to fantasy owners? I hope not, but I kind of expect it to. So you might want to look for another option for Hyun Jin Ryu. All right, now we're going back to New York. Their ace, Severino, he is going back to New York for another MRI to see why the progress in his shoulder has stalled. This is bad, bad, bad news for Severino and Yankee fans. This is the kind of thing, if it doesn't progress, that could shut down his entire season. Severino has been awesome. He's had 200 plus strikeouts each year the last 2 years. You're expecting him to anchor your fantasy staff. If he is out for an extended period of time, which it seems like it will be, this is very, very bad news for you. And you're going to have to find, you're going to have to do some work. Maybe, I don't even know what to tell you because you're not going to get value for the guy. You're going to have to stash him on your DL, wait till he comes back in the second half of the season. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen. He could come back and pitch in 10 days, but you've got to start looking for other options, right? You might have to move a position player to get another starter, someone to hold down your staff until Severino comes back. You're going to have to rethink the way you're going to work your fantasy team this year. So bad news for lots of fantasy owners from last night. All right, moving to happier news. The NBA regular season is almost over. We have 2 nights left, and things are going to be super interesting because lots of starters are not going to be playing. So I've got a lot of great options for you. There are 4 players on Roto Grinders with above a 7-point multiplier projected tonight in the NBA. I'm going to go through all 4 of those players, which teams they are playing with, and how much they cost. So we're going to start with Jamario Jones of the Los Angeles Lakers. I've never really heard of him, but he's been killing it lately. Last 3 games above 20 fantasy points each time. Last game he got above 40, I think. Let's see, and he's going to cost you only $3,600. Not bad. Next up, we have Daniel Theus out of Boston, $3,500. This guy I've actually heard of before. He's a big lumbering dude. He's probably going to get lots of rebounds, lots of playing time tonight. Next up, we have Luke Cornett, not Lee Kennard, but Luke Cornett from the New York Knicks. He's going for $4,500 tonight, also scoring a lot of points. Dwayne Bacon out of the Charlotte Hornets is going for $3,700. All 4 of these guys have multipliers above 7 tonight. So start all 4 of those guys. Go out there and make some money in daily fantasy sports. Now, for our 5th story today, let me give you one guy who is going for a lot of money on daily fantasy, but he should be worth it. And I'm talking about Andre Drummond of the Detroit Basketball Pistons. Okay? He's going for $10,200, but don't let that scare you. Detroit needs to win one of these next 2 games to ensure themselves a spot in the playoffs, so he should be getting plenty of playing time. His last 6 games, let me read you his fantasy points. 53, 27, 69, 54, 68, 63. That is production, my friends, 5 out of 6 games you'd be very, very happy with. So I would start Andre Drummond along with those 4 cheap options. Maybe find another player or two to throw in there, and you're going to kill it tonight in daily fantasy basketball. All right, that's it today in Daily Fantasy 5. We'll be back tomorrow. And again, please check out our sponsor, www.mathradio.com. Please give us a like, subscribe, rate us, and review on iTunes. Do all that fun stuff. Tell your friends, tell your mom, tell your cousin, tell your aunt, uncle, nephew, and neighbor. We will see you tomorrow. Bye for now.